$57-52, Rockets down by 5 at halftime. Probably a little bit of what you expected, Slaughter.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a tale of two quarters on both ends of the court. And a tale of two quarters for Şengün, really. But yeah, it's pretty close to what I expected. What jumped out to you?
Their second quarter defense was bad. But I don't know if it was so much bad or if DiVincenzo was just kind of playing a little bit over his head right now. That's kind of the first thing I kind of wanted to look at.
Yeah,
just looking down the numbers, he's playing a little bit above what he's been doing all season because he ain't been shooting as good all season.
Yeah, I felt like Jalen was getting a little lost ball watching. I think the main thing is, Jabari fell victim to this twice. We're just going to have to let Randall shoot. And if he makes them, he makes them. That's not to say you can't close out, but you can't be so overzealous.
Yeah, not over aggressive. It's not like you're closing out on Steph.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're giving up fouls. You're totally breaking the fundamentals of your defense when you do that. So that was one thing I noticed. And, I don't really understand, I guess, why offensively, Şengün goes through these spells where he's so slow in all his decision making, and then it just like flips, and then he starts getting out and really really making things happen. I don't really understand why it's so inconsistent.
Our whole offense is inconsistent, bro. We don't know what to expect on a game-to-game basis, man. The whole offense is like that. Like, you could say that about just about every player, man. Like, it's the whole offense. The whole offense. Yeah. We're not right now. What are we? 4 for what on three? We're 4 for 14 on threes, and Minnesota is what's that? 12 for 21. Yeah, they
21
is 21.
Way too
that
many.
Is too many attempts.
Yeah.
To me, that kind of lets me know if their defense is good or not, because
correct,
a staple in our defense is not even allowing you to attempt a lot of threes.
Yeah.
Now, if you attempted 21 on the Rockets, you did something right. Either that or we're overcommitting probably too much on Edwards' drives.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's Edwards, but don't let one player cause you to do this to your defense. Like, I get it. He's Edwards, but outside of him on offense, who's going to be out there creating shots for them like that? I'd rather him take contested layups than just giving up butt naked threes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the things that I didn't take into account for is we haven't really played a rim rolling big in a while. And, Gobert does have a lot of gravity there. And I felt like we maybe just weren't playing that right, or, we weren't as on top of our rotations correctly, staying at home. So I think maybe we'll clean that up in the second half, and that'll help. What's interesting to me, what I liked the most out of the entire half was that our offense has been struggling. And the one person that I think that truly gets that was Amin. And he's trying to, he's busting his butt, getting back on defense, getting deflections, getting steals, taking it to the basket.
Yeah, running on fast.
He's trying to get easy baskets.
Yeah.
And I wish our team as a whole would understand that more innately.
Yeah, true that. I'm with you on that. I think some of that too is I don't know if these guys are just like if they're just gassed on the off on from playing such hard defense all the time to where they don't even want to sprint back on offense.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, man, you want to sprint back on offense and get some quick, easy buckets so you can expend your energy on defense. But there's not really a sense of urgency on offense. But then again, with this team, there's a whole hell of a lot of a emphasis on defense and really not much on offense at all. Like when you hear Ime Udoka talk, you don't even hear him speak much about the offense. Like if you just have him ramble off, 90% gonna be defense, 10% offense. Kind of like that Jeff Van Gundy Rockets nonsense.
Yeah, I think but Şengün picked it up in the second half of the second quarter. He was obviously very good to start the game too. If we don't have those read minutes in the second half, that probably limits some of the damage too. So I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna be a close game.
It'll end up being close. They're a very evenly matched team. I'd probably swap. I don't know if this is a dangerous player now, but I'd probably swap Jabari and Alpi defensive assignments. I'd have Alpi on Julius Randle because he'd be more willing to just shoot.
Well, they're not using Randle on the picks either, so
which is another thing.
There in the pick and roll, you have Jabari to switch it.
So Randle doesn't really like to set picks and roll hard. So
you can't switch with Gobert, though. I mean, you can to an extent, but it does.
I beg to differ. It depends.
Yeah.
So I'd switch on Gobert because I know they're not going to throw it down to him to go and post up, and if they do that, hey, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, but offensive rebounds and stuff too.
But that's why you got to crash from the wings,
right? But if Jalen and Fred kind of get on him, then it's tough. But obviously, with the men or whatever, you can do more.
So. Well, if okay, let's say you put Jabari on Gobert and you switching that action. Who was on ball?
So probably Jalen on Ant, let's say.
Okay, cool. If it's Jalen on Ant, that means a man can easily just crash in from the weak side and help out on the glass. And Şengün, for that matter.
Honestly, it'd be a great time to start working on our backfilling, where you can have Jalen leak off to the corner and you have Şengün pick up Gobert whenever he rolls that way.
Yeah, that would be cute, but you asking a little bit too much for this team.
Yeah, that's some veteran stuff that the 2018 Rockets were doing.
Yeah, I want to see. But I think more importantly, when we actually do get stops and get rebounds, man, I think it's very critical for Şengün and Jabari, both of them, to sprint from rim to rim, please. Yep. Because worst case scenario, you're gonna open a shot for somebody else if the layup isn't there for you already.
Yeah,
Şengün, because Gobert is too slow.
Şengün doesn't run the floor enough whenever he doesn't have the ball on offense.
And if he gets the ball, if he gets the rebound, he can push it.
Yeah,
I'd really encourage him to push because now Gobert got to hustle back, and he's not as fast as you. Gobert is slow as dirt, so I'd put more pressure on him to do that.
But you can do that less whenever he's being guarded. Whenever he's guarding Randle.
That's true too. I mean, everything got a give and take, man. Every type of coverage you want to throw out there, there's give and take. There's something you're gonna give up. I do kind of like Jalen on Ant, but I think that's gonna take away from him having energy on offense to do anything.
Yeah. He's been doing pretty decent, honestly. I've been mostly happy. The off-ball stuff has been what Jalen's not done well tonight.
Yeah, but Ant don't do too much off-ball, so it's not gonna kill us. Like if you would have him on like maybe DiVincenzo.
Yeah, you gotta let him in roam. He's a good one-on-one defender, but he's truly a weapon off ball.
Most definitely. Tari as well, especially Tari. Tari is a demon off ball. But he ain't here. No, he is, man. That dude there. Tari reminds me, you remember what's this dude's name, man? Remember Ed Reed?
Yeah.
Ravens, prime Ravens, Ed Reed. If you just threw it to his side, it was an interception. That's what it's like when Tari's on the floor. If Tari, man, if you throw it to Tari's man, it's an interception and that's a fast break. Just don't even go that way.
Yeah, their ability to anticipate things is just unbelievable. I mean, that's their skill, right?
Big time.
But I mean, we got to get something from somebody else this game, though. I mean, we got to get something from Jabari or Cam.
Jabari's struggling.
You know,
Cam struggling.
Cam can't shoot tonight. His legs are dead.
Tate is just being Tate. You know, just not really doing a whole lot offensively. Şengün is doing his thing, but I don't really see. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't see a lot of doubling on Şengün this game.
Nah, I mean they've been letting Gobert handle him.
Yeah, because he got 0 assists.
I think, you know, I did like Jalen's activity on offense more in parts of the second quarter, like where he was repositioning, like he would go for the initial cut, he'd reposition himself. You know, he was like really working to try to get the ball. I mean, that's like what we need for him to do, because like on that one, even when he got blocked by Gobert, I prefer that.
Yeah, I'm fine with
that. You know, that's cool. Like you just keep doing that. Like you will either make an adjustment or the defense will overcommit one time and you'll get a pass out. You know, we can work with that. You know, it's like whenever, you know, anything he does going away from the basket, I just hate.
Yeah. Anything going downhill, that's his bread and butter, which we need to lean into a little bit more. Admiral said Şengün in the second quarter for a while didn't get back and bitching about calls. I hate that. I put this up earlier, but I wanted to circle back to the.
He did. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Like you may say, that's a European thing. He'll get better at that, I believe, down the line. Like when we get in the playoffs and he sees that a couple of times he does that and it's hurting us, he'll stop. The playoffs is the ultimate mirror for your team. It'll tell you everything you're doing wrong and right, but mostly wrong, and fix that. But yeah, I think a game like this, the reason why I'm talking about playoffs in a game like this is because I feel like we're almost destined to meet this team in the playoffs. I can see this being like a 4-5 matchup.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to make sure we're, you know what I'm saying, not giving up too much, but at the same time putting our best foot forward, if that makes any sense. We got to make sure we're paying attention to defense. We're paying attention to detail. I just think the outlier to me is the Dante DiVincenzo stuff. Because he, like I said, he hasn't historically is a good shooter, just not this season.
Right.
And he's not no 16-point first half kind of guy this season. So that's really outlier. Outside of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a slog. I mean, we are really struggling to get anything. Our guards are not creating advantages and not making plays for others. And that's all of them. You know, Amin's making plays for himself, but he's not really getting everyone else involved. How many assists do we have? There's no way we have more than like 8.
Man, you being real nice about that. That's 6.
6, yeah. I believe it, man. It's like we're you know, there's not been I can't even.
We missed some bunnies though.
Yeah, we missed some shots, but I mean, it seems like it's all very, very difficult for us to get a good look.
But that's every game.
Yeah, it seems worse tonight. It seemed worse that half. Like I'm amazed that we have 52 points. I'm not gonna lie.
Anytime we see an elite shot blocker in the paint, that's how we look.
Yeah.
Every time, never fails. Never.
I mean, this wasn't quite the Warriors game, but it was similar. I mean, this is like how I felt.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
The second one, the win. The 91-90 win.
Yeah, because at least we won that game. I don't care. I don't care how we won. That's one of them teams where I don't care how we win. Just win at any cost.
So are they? There's no way they're going to go back to Reed in the second half, right?
More than likely not. How much run does Cam get? No, Adams shouldn't play again.
So Cam's got to play.
Cam's going to play, but I'm just worried about how much run is he really going to get?
Yeah, I mean,
how much Tate are we going to see?
He may trust Tate though.
He does, but
so I think he'll play like 20 minutes, not like total.
Sheesh.
Total.
I hate this. I don't hate, but this plus minus stat, the worst one right now is Cam.
Well, he also played with Reed.
He's second worst with -6.
Yeah. Well, in like how many minutes?
Cam has played. How many minutes is that? He is at 8 minutes. Reed Shepard's at 4 minutes.
Damn,
Yeah, that's 4 minutes. That's brutal. Tate is a +1. However,
7. I think he'll play. I bet Tate plays like 10 or 12 minutes in the second.
That's a lot. Who's gonna sit a lot of that time?
With if they're gonna go with the 7-man rotation, Xing out Reed and Adams, I mean he's gonna have to.
Do we go small at some point then?
Yeah, I think we will. Yeah,
probably when
offense going.
Yeah, when Nas when either Nas or Randall is at the 5. Yeah, that would be the only thing that makes sense because Gobert. Well, I'm not scared of no Gobert, man. I'll put Jabari out there and make him challenge that.
Agreed.
I'm not afraid of that. Maybe it's me just being super confident in guys I probably shouldn't be too confident in. I don't care. You got to put him out there and let him and figure it out.
Yep. All right. Shane Cook and Gobert already. Let's go.
Let's get back to it. If anything funny happened, like a game winner for the Rockets, I'm doing a post game. It's Friday. I can do that.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, y'all. Be easy. We probably be back after the game if something crazy happened. But yeah, 1.